Uh, hey, I'm gonna turn this phone up. Y'all look at me, I'm looking crazy today. Uh, what's up? Y'all see the post? It says truth is sharper than any two-edged sword, dividing the bone from the marrow. It's painful. You agree with that? I can't see my thing on there. What it says, truth is like, yeah, truth. Hey, wow. Angie Randall says, what's up with you? Connie Caston Armstrong, Michelle Woods. I just finished talking about you. How you doing, young lady? Hope all is well. Connie Caston Banks. Hey, Simi Davis. What's up with you? The post is this show is this is Mo Better Publishing Productions LLC. Hey, Simi, I got some for you soon too. Mo Better Publishing Productions LLC. In connection with I Deserve a Deal and Collective Minds LLC. And today the post is um, the truth is sharper than a two-edged sword, dividing the bone from the marrow. That's what the book says, And it's painful. 9 times out of 10, the truth is painful, which is why a lot of the times we don't want to accept it. Like I said, we even faking about being real. I was finished talking to a friend of mine earlier, Moet, about the definitions of things. And, I talk about the definitions of things because what we begin to do is understand that not consciously, not purposely faking, but we be faking about things because we don't really understand the definition of it. And we are professing that this is what we are and we're not. Make sense? I'm a man. I'm a woman. So I'm going to get into a few things today about what it is that we say we are, what it is that we say we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And we really not. And I want to say this. I had a female today, a friend, an associate, or whatever the situation may be, today tells me that what it is that I do about certain situations. And I'm like, one, telling me what to do about certain situations. You're going to tell me what to do about what it is that I do. And I don't do that, is what she said. But let me explain something to you. I'm a photographer. There's some people that's colder than me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what somebody may feel I'm not doing, don't have these type of situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm a photographer. And I've been doing this for like 13, 14 years. I got cameras that's like 3,000-4,000. Lenses that's very, very expensive. Sometimes when I deal with cameramen, Kenny Adams, Vince White, things of that nature, I pay people, between $50 and $100 an hour or for an event. But when I went to an event, you start trying to tell me what to do. How to take a picture. How to photograph. Not like I want to do this pose, but actually telling me how to work a camera. This is what I'm saying. Like, we have rules and regulations for certain demonstrations and definitions of things that we need to know about before we profess to be these things, because we can make ourselves look a whole lot sillier than the import we're trying to prove and show that we are. I'm going to get in this situation. I'm going to explain about me. And I'm being real. I don't know how to be fake. I don't know how to shuck, fake, jive, lie, go through. I ain't about to do it except what I say or reject it. And we're going to still be cool. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the chance. I'm an old Westerner. I'm going to shoot from the hip. Tell you the truth. Accept it or reject it. And we can still be cool. If you choose not to do that, that's okay with you. I'm not going to look at you any type of way. Now, I say that to be real with myself. When a dude, I was in a joint. And in the process of being in the joint, I was talking about things that I am. I'm real, nigga. I'm real. You can't tell me that I'm real. And then I really started looking at things. This is, in the joint is when I actually started studying etymology, the definition of words and their origins, which made me start looking at things. And I'm like, hey, all right, sis, love you too. And I had to ask myself some questions. You know what I'm saying? I love women. I'm going to treat you respectfully. I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not no freak. I am. You know what I'm saying? In real life. But for the most part, I'm a gentleman. I love women. There's nothing like you on the planet. Nothing looks, smells, feels, nor tastes like you. Nothing. And I delved into this on myself to say, what are they? I love women. And remember, I'm in a joint. But it's my third number. I love women, but I keep placing myself in an environment, in a place to where I'm surrounded. I'm sleeping with a dude, not sexually, but I'm in a cell with a dude that's small as a bed. Whole cell is the size of a bed. When I'm with a woman, I gotta sneak and do it, sneak a kiss, sneak a feel, sneak the sex, sneak to do anything. But I love women. So why do I keep placing myself in an environment to where it's nothing but men? I said I love my children. I love my children. Everything I did in my life, you know what I'm saying, when they became of age was for my children. Even before that, every demonstration I did was like, man, when I have children, they gonna have this, they gonna do this, they gonna do that. And again, I'm on my third bit. If I really love my children, why do I keep placing myself in environments to where they gotta be without me? I hate being told what to do. I hate being controlled. Now, I'm adaptable, very adaptable. If you want to tell me, hey, listen, I need you to clean this bathroom with this toothbrush, I'm going to be like, with the toothbrush? You know, why you need the toothbrush? And if you give me a good enough understanding of why you want certain areas or the whole bathroom done with a toothbrush, I'm going to kick it with you. And we can do this together. But I hate control, like Moet Queen, excuse me, was talking about earlier. That people don't have the right to control you if it's not your will. But again, I was in an environment to where people could tell me clean this with a toothbrush and don't give you no explanation, and you got to do it. The natural process of even being able to use the bathroom, guess what? The restroom, you had on yourself. Use it on yourself, boy. Go to sleep. You sleep. Come past yourself. Stand up. I couldn't open the refrigerator. Turn on the light. Turn on the stove. Everything had to be ordered. That's control. That's when I was. So I had to ask myself, why do I keep placing myself in environments of places and away from things that I say I love? So I had to face the reality of, guess what? Man, you faking. You ain't real, for real. You have the best intent, but your method is incorrect and you faking in life. And do you understand me being more better? Maurice Smallberry talked about everywhere. You know what I mean? What I say count in a lot of places, even still today. Guess what? I had to realize, man, you faking with yourself. Do you understand how painful that was? To realize and acknowledge that I was going through the situations that I was going through because of the decisions that I made. This real nigga, this boss, this gangster, you know what I mean? You was faking, man. With yourself. Learn the definition of what you say it is that you are. In order to do what you say you are, in order to make that applicable, you have to know the definition of what it is that you say you are before you do it. So you don't make yourself look silly. Because you'll be out here doing something, saying you are something, and you doing the exact opposite of what you say it is and what you professing you are doing. You'll be out here doing something and looking real, real simple. Michelle Wilson, is it possible that your truth is not true? Exactly. And you make yourself believe that doing the same thing was going to end with different results. That's what is the definition, Michelle? Do you know what that is? That's actually the definition again when you look up talking about etymology and we talking about studying the origin of words and the definitions of things. That is the definition of insanity. When you keep doing the exact same thing but expecting a different result, it's insanity. And when I talk about that with a few topics today, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, see, people talk, well, I had somebody say that, you know, man, that you're self-centered. This is all about you. This is all, man, this whole organization is about other people. I done spent more money in this organization with other people and on other people than I've spent almost for myself. These are the programs. That's what this is about. This is about us rebuilding the village. And guess what it's going to take to do that? To be selfless. Guess what anybody that know me would say? Man, that dude give up. I faced 100. I don't do anything negative now, but I faced 165 to life. I faced 165 as a minimum amount of years to life for being selfless, for doing for other people. You see what I'm saying? Now I do things legitimately. I don't take those risks like that anymore. But guess what I do? I still give you the shirt off my back. You know what I mean? Because I'm selfless. So when people talk about what I'm doing, this is about an us. This is about an education. So I spoke about me, and I try to get people not to make the same mistakes that I did. See, I make mistakes because I'm not on purpose, but I teach about, I'm not scared of the mistakes that I made. I don't care nothing about falling because I'm going to get back up. And I communicate about what I go through, not as bragging rights, but I don't want you to even enter the arena that I did. I'm not just talking about jail. I'm talking about mistakes in life, mistakes in business, mistakes in culture, mistakes in economics, mistakes in relationships. So see, I talk about what I do for that reason, for that purpose, in order to be real, in order so you can stop faking like I was. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? If I'm not correct in a certain thing, right? See, that if I'm not correct, I'm going to accept what it is that you say if it's true. To better who I am. For me first. Not to impress you, but for me. Because guess what's going to happen when I make a better me? Everybody in my cipher going to be better because I'm going to profess. I'm going to act. I'm going to manifest the definition of what I know it is now. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this whole organization is about. This economic and cultural education and empowerment is about us as a people individually. And guess what we need even as an individual? So we all in a relationship. When you're part of collective minds, you're part of an organization, part of a group, part of an organization. So even when you are bettering self, guess what you're doing? You're doing it together. So we're assisting and helping one another. So a few people have helped me some situations in here, talking. You know what I'm saying? Can't take me to breakfast, lunch, different things of that nature. Whatever the situation may be, however it ended up, who paid for it, don't matter. We went together and we assisted one another. Everything is not financial. All right. Simi said, I can't get a good connection with this here. Oh, new phone. That's the definition. Yeah, with J. Ron, that's the definition of insanity. Sim, you can't get in next with that new phone. Everybody, see, when you rich, you be getting them iPhone 27s. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know how to. It got the kinks in it. You got to get the kinks out. Send me. I'm hip to you. Send me. I might have to just watch for it later. Okay. J. Ron Tabernacle. Our words manifest itself upon you as to yourself. So therefore, we must be careful, dentists, in other words that we choose and speak. I agree with that. We have to be careful on the words that we use. And words are powerful. But again, what I want to get to is that I speak about me and the negative that I have done in my life, the mistakes that I have made. So when delante. Okay. I speak about me and the mistakes that I have made, because I don't want people to think I'm talking at you. I'm not talking at you like it, because guess what? You can talk to me like I'm talking to you, so we can assist one another in growing. Now, I want to talk about this Black Lives Matter right now. Is you faking? Because remember, this is all about the pain, you know what I'm saying, of the truth. The truth hurt, because guess what you begin to realize? When you start doing something for so long and you comfortable with it and you love it, guess what the demonstration is when you find out that's incorrect? Rejection. Man, you ain't talking to me, man. Get out of my face, man. I don't want to hear that, man. You ain't. It's the trill, though. Will you accept and embrace the truth in order to be a better person? Will you accept and embrace the truth about what you are not doing correctly to do it correctly? Or will you just be satisfied with where you are? I'm not cool with complacency. You see what I'm saying? Some things I'm cool. I could be, you know what I'm saying? But when it's things that's about my life, when it's about the life of others, with all the errors that I have made, I'm not complacent like that. Am I a perfectionist? No. But I want to be as best as I can be with the modesty range, which means that if I shot my shot to be the best and the epitome of my potential and push you to be the epitome of your potential, and we have done our best and didn't make it, we did our best. We shot our shot. We did what we could do. We did what was necessary in order for us to grow. So again, I want to talk about this Black Lives Matter. Do it really matter to you? Do Black lives really matter to you? If Black lives really matter to you, let me ask you a question. What are you doing for the Black lives that matter? Your kids still playing PlayStation, Xbox, and Wii as much as you can? Are they outside in your front yard? Do you talk to your kids about really what's going on in life? Or is Xbox, Wii, and PlayStation and Netflix or what Empire, all is your time? You've been working all day, so you need some time to rest and chill. And do you go outside? Do you deal with the neighbors? Them little kids down the streets? Something simple that really don't cost nothing. When you allow your children to go over their friend's house, do you really call the parent? Call me when you get over there. Do you really even know the parents? Have you introduced yourself to them? Have y'all talked? Have you understood what your child can and cannot do in this person's house? What they cannot do in their house because they can't do it in yours. See, when something matters, you know what I'm saying? You do something about it. You see what I'm saying? You don't sit here and just be talking Black Lives Matter. Okay, what are you doing that is effective in what it is that you're doing? I was in a relationship with a girl. I was just married. Her daughters had to call when they went over somebody. Then we had to go over there. Well, yeah, we're going to meet. And they was like, man, what is he doing? Yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a parent. I want to know who you dealing with. I talked to the parents. I said, yes, do you understand that so-and-so is only this age and this age? And they're not allowed to have like boyfriends right now. So I don't want them meeting over there to meet boys. I'm not saying this is what your child is doing, but this is not what our daughters will be doing. No disrespect, and we're around there to meet you right now. We're busy right now, but you see what I'm saying? This is what I was on. This is what I'm still on right now today. Do you get out there and do you deal with these children? Not just your children. When you see that bad kid down the street, do you, hey, you getting ready to go to the store, you getting ready to go to the movies, do you talk to their parents and say, hey, listen, what y'all doing such and such? Can you go? I'm getting ready to go to the movies. Bad kid. I'm getting ready to go to the movies. Can he go? Now, how often do you throw away $20 a week? Put $5 on that kid going to the movie with you and your kids. Can they come over? Show them how to cook old popcorn, not out of the microwave. Can you do these things? See, when something matters to you, you make an action to do something about it. And this is what needs to be done. We're talking about the kids need an alternative out there. Are you being an alternative? I mean, we coming up, we had GYA basketball, GYA football, soccer, all kinds of different stuff, ping pong, whatever the demonstration was. When you need to be at the gym, working out, or you sitting at home doing nothing for real, if it matters, get up and make it matter. Show that it matters to you. Take them to the gym with you. Take that kid down the street to the gym with you. Sit out there. Guess what? It was some girls down the street for me. And I was going to go buy some jacks and some jump ropes and teach them how to play jacks and jump rope with them. But they moved. Will you do that? If it matters, if it matters, do something about it being mattered. Or don't just run your mouth, because that's nothing. A pair of lips will say anything, especially with no brains behind it. Man. If it matters, do something about it. What are you doing about it? What are you teaching? What are you grooming to do? Because we're being groomed and taught to do something completely different. We're being taught to be groomed. PlayStation, Xbox. Guess what? When they sitting in your house, on your couch, playing PlayStation and Xbox, guess what? They got that in the joint now. Facebook in the joint now. You see what I'm saying? If Black Lives Matter, educate your children. Educate the people around you. Do something positive. So what? They be tripping, they scared of them. Hey, ask them a question. You know what I wanted when I was a kid, when I was out there being bad? For real, I was being bad because I was reacting to what was actually happening to me in my house. So I wasn't really being bad. I was responding. I was reaching out. I was screaming. I was crying. For real. In my actions, for somebody to say, hey, man, what's wrong with you? You all right? I wanted somebody to come and say something to me. Be that. Bashir do that. I do that. Different people do that. And see, we all used to do that back in the day. And because we no longer do that today, guess what? That's why our societies and communities are like they are. That's why our streets are now blocks. This is why our communities are now hoods. And until you show that they matter, I'm not talking about with no protest. What happens with a protest? You keep going to crying to somebody who created a system for you to actually cry about the system you crying about. Be effective. Go do something in real life. This man. We're going to go to the next topic of being a man. I'm a man. That's what what it mean to be a man. Learn the definition of what it means to be a man. For real. Are you being responsible? Are you taking care of your children? Are you being a man? You know what I'm saying? You being a daddy, or are you being a father? Hey, Sonya, how you doing? James Moore, what's the demo? You all right? Little Jim. Are you being a man? For real? Are you being a man? Are you being a daddy to your children, or are you being a father? Now, when you look at the definition of this, I want you to look at something. Crystal Beanie, hey, baby. What's up, sis? So the demonstration is this. When you look at a father, fish father children. Bears father children. Animals father children. And with a period of time, they dominantly, a lot of them get to a certain degree, to a certain age and stage, and that child is gone. That whatever they fathered they chase them away. Sometimes the father would even eat the its own offspring so it won't take its place. Daddy is a name that you earn. If you come in the house and that kid run to you, I put us a couple of movies before to where, father was in the military, gone and left the state and things of that nature. And when the son or the daughter heard that they child, that they daddy was in town, they like, what? Oh, where? That's because he earned the name daddy. Daddy is personal. Daddy is loving. My father, he birthed me. That's completely different from daddy. And even the terminology and emotion that a person who feels a daddy is when they say father. Oh, that's my father. Yeah, it's different. So father is merely one who procreates. A daddy is a name that is actually earned. So man, are you being that man in real life? Or are you? This woman, are you being a woman? Next topic, this woman, are you being a woman? For real, for real. I remember back in the days when I was coming up, and I know a lot of y'all remember this. Like we about the same age. You remember coming up, and when you come in the house, your mother might come downstairs, and she got the little nightcap on. She got on her bathrobe, and she'll come downstairs, and she know your friend is over here. Y'all grew up together, go to school together, walk to school together, play together all the time. But when she come down here in her bathrobe and her hideout, she be like, "Ooh, boy, I didn't know you was down here," and bag upstairs because she wouldn't allow you to see her like that. You weren't fit to see her like that, even though you was a friend. Almost like family. That's what a woman was. A woman was elegant. I don't mean that she wore like my mother. She wore gloves up here. So I'm not just talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about elegant in character. Beanie, I'm not older than you. You gonna get it as soon as I see you. But the thing is, a woman wouldn't allow you to do certain. It's not about finances. It's not about my hair stayed pop, my nails stayed done, my eyelashes so long I can't put glasses on or they hanging out here. That's not what I'm talking about in being a woman. I'm talking about who is a woman in character. You're a woman in character. Are you raising your children correctly? Are you teaching them what it means for a mommy like that daddy? Mommy. Everybody ain't mom. Some people mother. You a mother. Just like you can procreate, give birth to a child, and that be that. But are you a mommy? Are you a woman for real? Because a woman is mommy when she got children, even if she not. Guess what? You ever had a woman, that you knew of, and she was so in her essence a woman that you can call her ma in front of your biological mother, and your biological mother wouldn't even get mad because she loved her too. Are you this? Go back for a minute, man. Don't put your hands on a woman. You ain't no man to me when you do that. Be disrespecting a woman. She ain't no BITCA. She ain't no HOE. You know what I'm saying? She ain't. When you do those things, think about the dude that's doing that to your daughter. The dude that's doing that to your niece. The dude that's doing that to your sister. The dude that's doing that to your mama. Vision that before you do it. You know what I mean? So don't get mad and go put your hands on this other dude. You know what I'm saying? If you doing it to somebody else's mother, sister, daughter, niece. You know what I mean? I wanted to get to that, so I want to get to the degree of back to the mama. You know what I'm saying? And you not disrespecting your husband. He ain't no sucker, no punk, no fag, no none of that. Especially you not screaming and hollering at him and disrespecting him in front of the kids. Because regardless of whatever your argument may be, and when you do this in front of the kids, guess what? They learn to look at him in this fashion. And what they do is begin to create a division and a separation in the household. So we need to get together. Woman, be a woman. man, I want to get, do you understand this? Am I making any sense to y'all? I hope so. You know what I'm saying? And the situation is, if you are doing these things, this thing is about this whole little piece is about the truth. And if you are doing these things, man, you wrong. Acknowledge that you wrong, and guess what? Change it to be better. Not because I said it, but look up the definitions of what it is that you're doing, where you get it from, and what it is that you profess to be, and change it. Why are you in the situations that you are in? Why are you going through what you're going through? Sometimes, guess what? We can be so comfortable doing what we're doing, and we not really having no issues for real, to our degree. But it's still incorrect. How do you feel about that? Learning the truth about what it actually is that you are and profess to be, and that you're not doing it. Parents, talk about the parents. Are you really a parent? Not because you procreated, not because you got a child, not because you getting child support. That killed me. You know what I mean? Are you really being the woman? I mean, are you really being a parent? Daddy, are you really being a daddy? Like in real life? Are your children happy to see you? Thetra, gotta have it all. What's up with you, baby? Are you really like being a daddy? Parent, you being a daddy. What are you doing? Do you have any type of skill? Do you have knowledge in life? Do you have own operate a business? Where are you working? Do you play sports? Things of that nature? I'm asking because, what part of this are you teaching and giving to your child? Mommy, are you teaching your daughter how to cook? Are you teaching her how to respect a man? Brother, are you showing your daughter what type of man that she needs in her life? I did a rap about my daughter a long time ago. I put it up on Facebook. It's up there. But the first couple of bars I say, people put emphasis on little dudes, but little girls need male role models too. Because I know you're going to choose a dude like your pops to call you boo. So I better treat you special. Put you on a pedestal and let you know that you need to walk on rose petals. You see what I'm saying? Do she know that? Is she seeing you treat her mother like that, even if you're no longer together? Because she gonna pick a dude like you to call her boo. She gonna pick a dude that resembles her daddy to make her boo. That's who she gonna call back. So what type of parent are you, Dad? Mom, what are you doing? Are you disrespecting her in front of this man to where now she feels that that's what she needs to do in order to receive a man? Because that's what she gonna do. She gonna follow you. And what are you doing with your son? Because I want you to understand that he gonna go pick a woman like you. So if you got dudes blowing through your house, guess what he gonna do? He gonna pick a chick 9 times out of 10 that's blowing through the house. A lot of times when we are, let me tell you what it is that we get. We can have a bad situation in life. A parent, and I'm going to talk about this. This is, you don't always get the exact of what it is that you are, but sometimes when we don't have a thing, we can have a good dad, good mom. We don't, or bad, whatever the situation is. Sometimes we over and under compensate for what we didn't have in our lives. So we can still pick the wrong thing if it wasn't done correctly. So I want you to understand something, man, that your children are, they're your offspring. They're your name. This is a life that you are given that's carrying your name. I want to know what you feel for it. Really? Do you really cherish it? Do you really hold it like solid in your heart? Do you really what is it to you? I wrote a piece and I put it up for Charlotte Crenshaw. And she was telling me some issues that she was dealing with her son. And I wrote this piece and I explained to her why her son might be dealing with what he was dealing with. And I was like, you know, I didn't feel the things I felt for my father with my children. My situation was distance. I really felt nothing for my dad because I didn't know him. The paternal connection, which we as a black men are not taught about, was not there because he didn't feel that for me. With my children, I couldn't wait till they was born. Man, I got a boy. Little Mo. I got a girl for real. What? I knew when she was born before somebody told me. I wasn't there. I felt her. So what type of parent are you? What are you instilling in your children that are actually going to be who takes care of you when you get older? What are you proud of them? Are you proud of them for what they're doing without you? Are you proud of them for what they are doing because what you have groomed in them on top of what they are already doing themselves? So I'm asking this, look at yourself. In each one of these demonstrations, look at yourself and see what it is that you are doing either right or wrong. See what you are doing. What can you be doing better in? At the same time, I want you to look at, guess what? Have I been faking? Am I doing this correctly? Again, faking don't necessarily mean that you are faking on purpose. We can actually have Jason Shelby Young. What up, big homie? What's up with you, fam? What I'm saying is this. Once you find out the correct definition of a thing, will you continuously do what you have been doing? Or will you follow the definition of what it is? See, other people will look at you crazy. Man, you tripping. Guess what? But you doing the definition of what it is. And I'm explaining this, and I explain this often. A lot of times, we got 10 rules, right? This is what we do as a people. This is what we do. This is what we've been actually trained and groomed to do. 10 rules. We're going to follow 1, 2, 3, 4. We followed these. We read these and studied these 4 rules. And then we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We didn't follow them, though, because guess what we say? Oh, I got it from here. Oh, I know how to do this. I'm going to wing this. And then when we end up with the situations and the demonstrations that we go through, guess what? Then we say, oh, man, the product wasn't no good. Something was wrong with this thing. No, something was wrong with you. You ain't follow the rules and regulations of what is. You didn't follow the definition of what is. Will this make you perfect? By no means. But guess what? It will make you do what you are supposed to do according to the best of your ability. This is when situations of reason, compromise. This is where situations of understanding comes in. This is where you can be easily forgiven. This is where situations of like, oh, okay, I understand now. That's better. You can move over, and it's easy to move forward with things when somebody have tried their best. We talk about business. Again, this is about truth. And the thing is, how does it make you feel when you hear the truth? How does it make you feel when I tell you, you run a business, you run a beauty salon, I come in it's filthy nasty. You run a barbershop and it's filthy nasty. No smoking in the facility, but you smoking in a facility. They smoking weed in the back. They shooting dice out front. You got a store, right? But the cats sleep on the bread. You get that your Cato Taco Bell dog, or you got the big dog that's walking around the store when people come in here. The floor nasty. The product is bad. Old, outdated, or not good. Your stock is not even good. And then you talking about we don't patronize us. You make it bad for a lot of us. Now, the small mind should look beyond that and try to deal with people. I was talking to a brother today. Shot him out here. You know what I mean? Ryan Wills. We talked about this today. People deal with us, and when people patronize your business, that we deal with this. We deal with old and outdated product. We deal with the nastiness of the spot. You got the baby back there with the loaded diaper, you know what I'm saying, in the spot. Where beauty salon, barbershop, clothing store, food store, I don't care what it is. Why should I come back? When you go to Aldi's, they don't look like that. Maybe the ones in our neighborhood, but theirs don't. Finest don't look like that. CVS, Walmart don't look like that. When you go to one of these white beauty salons, they don't look like that. Why do ours look like that? Because we have come to the understanding that, guess what? All these niggas, man, I could do what I want to do. They gonna accept it. Where else they gonna go? What they gonna do? Now, if this truth hurt, man, do something about it. If this is you, do something about it. If this is what you deal with, do something about it. Communicate with these people. Say, I tried to deal with you, but this is what we deal with when we deal with us. See, that's why when you're in Collective Minds LLC, guess what? You remember the rules? You got to be up to code in whatever it is business that you're dealing with in whatever city that you're dealing with. You have to treat every customer with great customer service. You see what I'm saying? You can't, there's certain things that you just cannot do and you should not do as a people anyway. Because guess what? We come from greatness. Are you faking with that again? Are you faking with your greatness? Are you playing? Do what you're supposed to do, man. We talk about this, man, this bad, people don't utilize. Why should I utilize you? When I go somewhere, guess what I do? I film people. I'll go live on Facebook and, I'm going to come in there 2 or 3 times and see what's going on and see how you dealing with situations. And then I'm going to promote you. Teresa Love, how you doing? Then I'm going to promote you. If not, I'm not. I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to tell you who it is that I am and what it is that I do and try to get you to straighten up. And then I'm going to come back because guess what? I want you to maintain your business. I want you to grow in business. But the thing is, I'm going to communicate with you on what you need to do. Because guess what I want you to do? Tell me what it is that I need to do. Collective Minds LLC is mine. Guess what I do, though? I ask the organization, everybody in it, man, what do y'all think we should do about this? What do y'all think we should do about that? What do you think? What about this event? What about that event? And I listen to you. And guess what? When you tell me something, I give it to you. It's yours. I don't take responsibility for it. I said, this is so-and-so's. They said this. Let's do this. Let's support them. Let's do that. Do I not? This is about growth and development for us. This is about being the better us. We don't support one another because 9 times out of 10, first, we have been groomed not to deal with each other. Then secondly, we don't deal with each other because when we go in there, guess what it looked like? Just what I finished explaining. So why should I support you? Why should I continuously come in and accept negativity? And I'm paying you money. Clean up, man. Clean up, young lady. Whoever the demonstrator, get it together. Get it right. Stop faking. Embrace the truth and say, man, this is me. I need to get my stuff together. Then what? Call me. I'm going to blow through, not just on the cell phones. I got cameras, big cameras. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to blow through and we're going to support you. This is what we do. This is what Collective Minds LLC is about. This is what we as a people supposed to be about. Collective Minds LLC is about rebuilding Black Wall Street. About rebuilding the village it takes to raise a kid. But the thing is, guess what we must do? We must first acknowledge what it is that we are professing to be. Once you understand what it is that you are, I'm a man. Learn the definition of a man. What does it mean when you say Black Lives Matter, or are you just talking? What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a business? Are you good business and nobody supporting you as a Black owner operated business? Or do you have bad business and that's why nobody is supporting you, but you have not accepted that yet? Do something about it. Sometimes we need to sit down. When a lot of people, this is what I tell people sometimes, and I do this with myself. Again, I'm not talking to you or at you. I'm being trill for real. I told Moet today, trill to me is the combination of truth and realness at the same time. Treat people as you want to be treated, as if you was to go into any business. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that in a second too, right? I forgot where I was going, so I'm gonna go right here with you, with Teresa. The thing is, this is another thing I teach. Like, this is how we do each other with business. We want to treat each other with the shortest end of the stick. I'm not gonna do all this that I need to do for you because you a nigga. I don't have to. What you gonna do? You gonna go somewhere else, and this is my business, accepted or rejected. Then you wonder why your business failing. See, this is how we do each other. I can have something worth $5,000. It's not stolen, it's mine. I have no use for it anymore. Whatever the situation is, I want to get rid of it. Costs $5,000. You can see right now on the website, it's $5,000. And guess what I'm going to tell you? Man, give me two. You got 20,000, but I'm telling you, give me 2,000 for something you know costs $5,000. Guess what I'm going to say? Man, I'll give you 800. I got 800 for you. I'm going to short you. I'm going to short you any type of way that I can instead of helping you and supporting you. I'm not going to take the discount that you have given me, $3,000. I'm just going to reject this purely because you won't give it to me for 800 when you got 20 and you know it costs 5 and all I asked for was 2. But this same person will go to Macy's and spend top dollar, 3, 4, 500 for a belt and then try to tip the cashier when you know you can't even tip them. Is this you? Embrace the truth. And you'll be looking at yourself like, man, I'm going to get what man, that's why we as a people continuously digress. This is why we continuously go backwards. Because this is how we do one another. We need to stop that. I'm going to get to the definition. If I talked to somebody about this earlier, we talked about love. Love. Right, love. I'm going to tell you if you had a correct definition of love right now. Hold up, I'm going to wait for a minute because science says something. Self-assessment is essential. It's easy to get caught up and forget. I call it self-demise, and we as a culture is infamous for it. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. And I think you got me back on a list of what I was talking about, what we was doing. Yeah, this is what I was getting ready to say. What I was talking about earlier, self-evaluations. This is what I do often. Bernadine Barnes Harris, how you doing? I'm gonna just use a figurative number. 10 people. 10 people said, Sonya J, man, she a player. She be tripping. She always, man, she don't want no real dude. Blue, woo, 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 woo. Man, she always, man, she trying to get them ends. That's it from a dude. She gonna misuse this dude. But these 10 people don't know her. These 10 people never had any personal experience with her. So these 10 people are possibly going off what a hater said. These 10 people going off what some chick said who saw her dude looking at Jazzy. And these 10 people pass this information down like it's real, and it ain't. Don't pay attention to what somebody has said about us. This is when people hate me. People get mad at me and tip, man, that nigga think but don't try me, because I'll take my Clark Kent off in real life. But I ask simple questions. But man, such and such, man, do such, and they do, and they, that's what I ask. How you know? Did they do that to you? Then when you add that pain come in, that hurt, now nigga, forget you, man. You be tripping. I don't even know why you, man, they can't even talk to you. Now, because I'm going to force you to deal with the truth, because guess what? That's what I deal with. Accept it or reject it, but I'm going to shoot the trail to you. Period. I'm not about to sit here and let you communicate something to me that you don't know about. Everything I say, my business. I'm talking about my real business, paperwork and everything. Guess what I do? I present it to you so you can know that what I'm saying is real. So you have no problem listening to something else I say. And even when I say something else, guess what I do? I prove where I got it from. I manifest what I'm supposed to. This is why I don't have no bad business. People might not like me. People might not like some of my prices. People might not like some, but you ain't gonna never say I lied to you about nothing. Do that self-evaluation. When 10 people have talked to you and have done personal business with you, and 10 people are saying the same thing, and they have done personal business, now it's time to sit back and do a self-evaluation and say, man, hold up. She said I did this. She said I did that. She said, he said, they said, this organization said, when 10 people who have dealt with you personally are saying the same thing, and there is no method for any type of outcome or to get over or something, it's time to sit back and be like, man, hold up. Be truthful with yourself. A couple people I talk to my little brother. He's not my biological, but I love him like my biological. You know, Governor Faust, man. Huey, you know what I'm saying? A few people I communicate with that ain't gonna look at me to be tripping. Braxton. I don't know why your name has slipped my mind. Southgate Barber, please forgive me. I talked to him, and people who gonna tell me the truth, who don't care nothing about, they gonna tell me the truth. Them the people I talk to. I come to my own understanding. I ask questions and be like, hey man, what about this? What you think about this, man? Such and such and such and such. What you think? And I sit back and I embrace whatever it is they gonna say, because guess what? I want to know the truth. And I modify myself if it's necessary in order to change, to be a better me, not to impress you. Not to impress you. I'm not doing it to impress you. I'm doing it for myself. I'm trying to come to an understanding and a better me. And being a better me is going to make anybody around me be better. You see what I'm saying? Don't have nothing to do with them. And I thank them for assisting me in that. Again, as an organization, even when you're working on self, it is together. But the thing is, this is why I communicate with us about being friends with one another from all aspects. Being my friend on Facebook. When I have an event, come to the event. So what it costs, $5, $10, it might be. I come to yours. I'm going to spend that same $5, $10 till you get it back. Or sometimes we go out and buy drinks or whatever the situation may be. That's what it's going to be. But that's what I tell dates when I'm with them. And I pray in most cases that is the truth. My company will always be better than any meal I eat. I hope that be the case. I hope that my company is always better than any drink. Glass of wine, XO, 1800, whatever it is I drink. I hope that my company is better, because we're learning from one each other. Now, I don't care if we laugh and joke and playing, whatever the situation is. It's still a learning process, and I'm learning you, not necessarily studying and being a professor to teach something. I'm learning who you are for me, so we can be a better us, not just in relationships wise, business, anything. And I talk about that. I don't like business relationships. I don't like business relationships. I like business family. I want to be able to trust and depend upon you in certain situations which you have established. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to throw something out of here and expect something that came from nowhere. That's not what I'm talking about. You see? But that's what I like. Talk about the situation of economics, politics. This is the next. No, I'm gonna go back. Yeah, go to love. I'm on love right quick. I was talking to Monette earlier. Moet. I forgot what you said your last name. What you may change your name to right now, but I just put up on here too an excerpt from my book. I asked my little brother Kimball Buell if you remember that. And when you learn, study the definition of love, the greatest form of love that you can have is agape. It's a Hebrew term. It's a love based on morals, principles, standards, honor, and loyalty, integrity, over emotion. Right or wrong, over emotion. Wow, that's deep, huh? So you got filial love, or Philadelphia, where the state get its name from, brotherly love. That's a love between family members. Then you have eros. Eros is the love between a man and a woman. But the greater of them all is agape because it governs them. This is why I was explaining to her that there is no contradiction in love. I have an excerpt in my book from after studying love to every degree that you could possibly think of. And the excerpt from my book says, true, understood love does not hurt. What hurts is the contradictory actions performed by the one who said, I love you. So see, love in itself does not hurt. It's the contradictions and the lies in it, or someone trying to say that they are performing or love you. And guess what? Have the incorrect definition. So if you have the incorrect definition of a thing, what are you doing? When you're acting incorrectly, right? Makes sense? So I don't have the true definition of love. I don't have the true understanding. I can love you, but how I know how to love, which is incorrectly in a lot of situations. So if I love you, what am I doing? Am I hurting you? Purposely, we gonna hurt somebody. We're imperfect. We make mistakes. But am I gonna purposely hurt you? No, I'm not. I'm not going to go out and cheat. I'm not going to go out and do all kinds of things. No, now does that take away the situation and demonstration of neglect? Can your spouse or your mate neglect you to certain degrees? We're human. We do that sometimes. But in me understanding love, or you understanding love, when you display this to your spouse or your mate and you define this, do they have the definition of love as well, to where they're going to correct and fill that void instead of allowing that void to broaden and open up? Because when this happens, it's easier for us to look for that void to be filled by another. I love you. Am I going to put my hands on you, sister? Nah, I might smack it up, flip it, and rub it down, something like that. But would I put my hands on you out of anger? Would I put my hands on you out of aggression? Should you? I've experienced this in two different situations. I don't know what it is. Again, I don't know why y'all should you put your hands on your man? Is love abusive? Is love abusive physically? Aggressively abusive? Is love verbally abusive? Is love emotionally abusive? Is it spiritually abusive? Is it economically abusive? It is not. So what am I doing? And this is, I want to get to that to say something else. Like I communicated with somebody before earlier, and we have a tendency to do this. Man, that hurt. No, it didn't. How you gonna tell me how I feel? How are you gonna tell me how what you did made me feel? That don't even make sense. Right, love don't supposed to hurt, period. So if I'm telling you that what you did hurt me, how can you tell me it didn't? Anybody will tell you, any relationships I ever been in, when you tell me I'm doing something, I'll be like, man, what? I ain't say no, I didn't. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to explain what it is that I did. But then I'm going to apologize to you for hurting you, even though it wasn't my aim. Because it's not my aim. I can have the best intent. We can have the best intent, but we can use the wrong method. So in saying that, you know what I mean? I can't tell you that I ain't hurt you. Just like you can't tell me that you didn't hurt me if you did. What you need to do is listen and be quiet and chill out and listen and try to understand. How can I make this? First, I'm going to apologize to you first for doing what I did. Then I'm going to explain that that was not my intent. However, baby, I am still, come here. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean that. That's in a relationship. Do you really love your children? If you really love your children, let me ask you a question. What are you leaving for them? If you love your children, what are you teaching them now? Remember again, the correct definition of love, the one that supersedes them all, is agape. And agape is based on morals, principles, standards, honor, loyalty, integrity, spirituality. Right over wrong, over emotion. So we went through loving your spouse. Now we talking about loving your children. How do you love your mother, your father? Your brothers, your sisters? How do you do that? I tried a lot, you know, and I loved how I knew how to love. But I wished I was able to love my mother more. I wish I knew what I mean, things come at the times that they're supposed to, but I wish I knew now. Or I wish I knew then what I know now, and would have loved my mother more, despite whatever the situation. I wish I'd have knew. I wish I would have understood imperfection in us, that she loved me the best that she could. I didn't understand that. I rejected, rebelled, and did all kinds of things because I wasn't getting what I felt I should. But she loved me how she knew how to. Find out what the definition of love is. I did a video about it. If now you need it, you can contact me, inbox me, and I will actually send you the definitions so you can look them up, and so you can form this and manifest what it is that you say to another to the best of your ability. Again, these things are, or everything I'm talking about is being done to the best of your ability. But the thing is, understand the definition. Learn, study this definition of what you say you want in your life, what you want to profess, and what you are professing in your life, what you are in your life, before you apply them. And when you do that, it's not going to make you perfect. It's going to make you do it to the best of your ability. That's it. But again, this is truth. What do you want to do when you find out that what you have been doing, it feels so good, smells so good, looks so good, tastes so good? It's not correct. Would that pain you egotistically and emotionally and privately to the degree to where it would deny you from doing it correctly? Or will you change? Economics. We spend $1.3 trillion a year as a people. What are the people in everybody else? We as a people, we spend our money. The least culture, who does this the least, actually spends their money circulates 17 times within themselves. before it goes anywhere else, to any other culture. They have a car before it goes. They sell it outside their culture. They sell it within their culture. I could sell it for $3,000 out here, but somebody in my culture needs it. So, but they gonna give me, after 3,000, they gonna give me 25. All they got is 27 now, 28 right now. They still sell it within their culture for the necessity to upbring and bring the empowerment and education to their culture economically and all the way around the board, economically and educationally, before it goes anywhere else. They're thinking about them as a whole, not self and what I can get. We as a black people, we spend our money 4 days before we get our check, sometimes more. And when we get money in our pocket, it's spent within 6 hours. And every dime that we spend is spent with other people aside from us. Now, people talking about Trump being in office. People talking about, politics. You begging, you crying to other people for things when we are the biggest consumer on the planet. We buy Jags. Listen to me. We buy the car, the Jaguar, more than the people who actually make it. We buy more than them. Cadillacs, more than them. What's the other car? The Lincoln Town Car, more than them. The most expensive things in every market, we are the ones who predominate in its purchase. We spend $4.3 billion a year on cognac. We spend $4.7 billion a year on hair and nails. Imagine if we was able to circulate 1% of $1.3 trillion. Collective Minds LLC is about that. Is it about education? Is it about cultural education, economic education? To where, guess what? People crying about Trump being in office. Guess what Trump would do? Guess what he ain't racist against? Money. So guess what happens if you know how to make money? Guess what happens if you know how to own and operate a business? Guess what? He will invest in you because he wants some more money. Guess what we need to do? Own and operate our own businesses. This organization teaches how to do that. You need some help with that? Call me. And if I don't know how to do it myself, from paper, contracts and everything is showing you, guess what? I'm going to set you with somebody in this organization that actually knows how to do that. You see what I'm saying? Collective Minds LLC, this is a situation and this is an organization of donation. You donate, and if you actually be a part of the organization, the business, you sign a contract, you'll be monthly fees. But guess what? We own it. We are our own bank. If you've been in this organization for a year or more, and you trying to start a business, you don't have to go to a bank to get your loan. How you tomorrow? Hey, how you doing, baby? It's called Collective Minds LLC. I'll bring you in shortly. And the demonstration with this is, if you're in this organization, you can get half. If your business costs $5,000, this organization can front you up to half of that $5,000. Like you too. Guess where you'll be at the same or lower interest than you get from the bank. But our money is in the bank. Bank accounts was started today with Huntington. And even though this is my organization, guess what happened? When you donate your money or you are a member to the degrees to where you have a monthly fee, you see that. At the end of the month, guess what? I need some people to assist me, but I need some heads. Paperwork is for you and everything. You get to see what's there, so I can't take nothing. So I'm showing you what I'm doing, something won't no business do. Go ask Bill Gates to see his books. You work at the corner store. Tell the owner to let you see his books. I'm going to let you see my books. So you can see that what we are doing is for this organization and not me. You see what I'm saying? Now, imagine that. in this organization a year or more, we can get you up to half of that. Your interest is the same or lower. Well, now you got it. Be a part of this, Maida Morin. And, you know, we loan you up to half of this. You know what I'm saying? We go through this point right here, and your interest is the same or lower than the bank's, and that your interest goes to the account. We get this, you know, what the situation is, and get that's not our company. That's your company. You sit down with the heads of this organization, and we see if your plan is feasible. We see if your plan is feasible, and okay, if it's feasible, we look at your business plan, and we see if we can do this, and if we can do it. But guess who helps you write your business plan? People in this organization who write business plans. So what's your chances of not getting it? So your chances of getting it are great, right? So you pay us back this interest that goes into the account. Guess what happens though? Guess where your first customers come from? This organization. So we own and operate and direct our finances. So guess what people like Trump gonna do? The president. Guess what the politicians gonna do? Guess what they gonna say? Man, look, how can we be a part of what it is that you're doing? How can some of you be a part in what we are doing over here? Economics is power. This country, the world is ran on economics. It's ran on finances. It's ran on global trade, international commerce. So imagine being able to direct 1% of $1.3 trillion that we as a people spend every year with other people. All we want is 1%. That's what we're going to try. We can do good with a whole lot less. But imagine that. Economics is power. Get what you try to do every day. You getting up, and some of y'all sleep now. Some of y'all watching this video falling asleep now because you got to get up in the morning and go work for somebody else. You got to pray not to lose your job. You got to pray not to be late. You got to pray that you don't get fired. So imagine being in an organization that your monthly fee or your donation actually allows you to have stock in an organization that you are a part of and run. I got videos up where I read books from different people, and they'll be put up again. And again, we need this. So again, you cry to the politicians about what you need. You cry to other people about what it is that you do not have. When you've been manipulated to believe that you don't have it when it's right in your pocket every day. I'm not talking about just your money, period. I'm talking about how you direct it and where you spend it. How many of you sisters got a whole room where you just nothing but shoes and purses and clothes, aside from the walk-in closet you already got in your bedroom? Don't go buy your next purse. Invest in a company so that is going to assist you in going to start your own purse company. I want to operate your own shoe shop. Not just making them, fixing, but buying your own, making people come in to purchase yours. See, it's a lot of things that we do not believe that we can do because we have been groomed to believe that we must accept whatever they give us. Anybody know me that ever did that? I'm going to get what I feel like I have. Legitimately. I'm going to make it. You can too. This organization is built on, look at the video at the top of this page from Black Wall Street. They own and operated their own, which started international trade all across the world, going all the way back to Egypt, go before that, go to Morocco. I'm talking about Abraham, which was, what did he do? He came from the land of Ur, the Chaldeans, the continent of Asia, from Silk Roads and Metropolis. This is our people. This is our genetics. So stop believing, like a sister put up something today earlier. She said, you got the box. I don't have a box that I live in. I live in a universe. I'm infinite. My thoughts are infinite. So I'm not going to accept, nor will I ever believe that I can only have what they told me I can, which is an only. They give you an only. They told you that you must accept an only. This is all you can have. I ain't with it. Maida Moore on her shop. Rosalind Pryor, Rosalind Pryor owns her own business. You got Sonya truck driving. I don't care if you even work for somebody else. One of the accounts that was started today was actually started, but guess what? The pictures will go up in a minute. I went into a black bank. I went not into a black bank, but I went into the bank and the man was in there. I don't care what discount he could have gave me. I went to the brother and the brother helped me set these accounts up because that's what we're going to do economically. Guess what happens if you work for somebody? See, I'm pro-black, I'm pro-education, but I'm not anti-white. I don't hate you. Guess what I hate? I hate your character. I hate some of the traits that you perform, but I don't hate you. I don't want to start no revolution. Guess what my revolution is? Education. My revolution is empowerment. I'm trying to show my people what they are worth. Those who listen. So it's not I don't care nothing about changing the world. I'm going to deal with those who listen. And I'm going to deal with a black business owner. So guess what happens if you work for, I don't care, you work for Walmart. I don't care if you work for a gas station and you work at this bank. 10, 15, 20 people come in this one establishment and keep asking for Sonya J. Jules. They asking for Maida Moore. They asking for Bernadine Barnes. Hey, baby, how you doing? They asking for James Moore, Teresa Love, Lisa Strange. They ask, guess what happened? They asked for you, Deidre. We come in this one spot, wherever you work, and we keep asking you 10, 15, 20 people. Guess what's your check look like now? Now they're trying to promote you, right? That's what we on. We on promoting you, us, wherever you are. It don't matter what you're doing as long as it's legitimate, as long as it's up to quality. We on promoting you. That's what this is all about. Beanie, you getting a whooping still. I was talking to your brother a couple of days ago too. See, this is what this is about. Demonstrations next title, and we can get ready to end this right here, is relationships. Y'all saw the post that I put up earlier. The post I put up earlier was a bunch of families, cultural. It says, "Good morning, Collective Minds LLC." It says, "Until the true understood love is regained." See, because we are passionate people, for real, for real. That's where we come from. That's why so many people were able to overtake us and empower us, because we were so passionate. Come on in. Yeah. Oh, that's not really a gun or a sword that you have behind them like that. Where if it is, maybe he sees somebody behind me in my house and we let them in and they took advantage of us. We've always been a passionate people, love one another, and we need to regain this. It's the whole purpose of Collective Minds LLC. And rebuilding the village it takes to raise the kid, we have to love one another. I got to attempt to care for you a little. I need to spend some time with you so I can grow trust in you. But that trust must be manifest by your actions. A continuum. Again, this post says, "Good morning, Collective Minds LLC. Until true love is regained and or acquired and passed on, we will remain divided as a people. It starts at home. Even in a single parent home, there is love in the village. And until we share it, we will fail in all that we do." Relationships, this demonstration is, man, how are you treating her? How are you treating him? I love you. Should I cheat on you? Not just me. I'm generally speaking. Woman, should you cheat on him? What should either one of us do? You're in a relationship, the best thing that you should do is be the epitome of your potential. You should push this person to be the best it is that they can be, and they should push you to be the best it is you can be. This whole demonstration about love is reciprocal. It means give and push, give and take, push to be the best that we can be as an individuals, and Hey, Candace, that's Queen right there. Candace. And we have to be the best that we can be as individuals in a relationship, and we have to push each other to be the best. But even when we are working on self in a relationship, we are doing it together. Certain things you don't do in a relationship. There's a lot of things I like. Some of the stuff that I talked about earlier is dealing with relationships. It's like females that I've been with, that I've had relationships with in here right now. And Collective Minds LLC will tell you, if I break, me and a female break up, whatever the situation is, whose ever fault we decide and consider it to be, guess what I say? I call the girls that I was with before and say, what do you think about this? Do you think I'll do this? Am I this type of person? Am I that type of person? Some of them, my ex-girlfriends, have guys right now, but we cool like that. And I talk to them like that. And I wonder what's going on. Like I was just speaking earlier, like if my girl tell me I'm doing something that offends her, I'm not going to say I'm not doing it. I'm going to question it. Not just her. How you say I do that, man? That creates a situation. No, I don't do that. I sit back and say, well, how? When? Can you give me an example on what it is that I've done? And I sit back and I question self to see if it's something that I should change, to see if it's something that I should do. We have to play the parts that we are groomed to be, or say that we desire to have in a relationship. You know, what does it mean to be a man? And I was talking to somebody earlier today, but I don't care if you pay attention or not. You talking about you a queen, not you. But I'm generally speaking right now, and I'm using the process of what you said. I'm a queen, and you're a queen to you. You're not a queen to this man that's in your life. Brother, you talking about you this king. You're a king to you. You're not a king to this queen that's in your life. You see what I'm saying? So we need to understand what it is we're doing. This is why I talk about taking time. I rushed into a marriage. Never again in life. Communication is needed. And we need, again, the definitions of what it is that we profess to be and what it is that we say we are, so that we can see if people. I talk about this often as well. We have this definition when we say that what's understood. Man, I didn't know that was out. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. I don't agree with that. I hate that saying, because guess what? You and I can have two completely different definitions of the exact same thing. And because we speak different languages, it can be a conflict until we understand one another's language. So this is what we need to do in these relationships. And I'm keeping it real. If you just like that pipe and that's what you want, don't try to present to this dude, I done experienced this. Don't try to present to this dude that you want to be a housewife, that you looking for this and you looking for that. Even if you are looking for that, tell him what it is that you like. Tell him is what you do. Over time, I'm not saying on that first night, explain that. You know, like that on that first night, if you can handle it, you know what I'm saying? But explain what it is. All you want is this pipe. That's all I want. Me and you, we cooled on that. After that, we'll explain. Don't be lying about what it is that you want. Same thing, sisters. Y'all know that I'm going to be fair. I try to be fair in everything I do. Bruh. Hey, Latanya, how you doing? If all you want is that, you want that work. All you want is that work, man. If that's all you want, man, tell her that. Don't be talking about you trying to wife her. Don't be lying to her. Give people the ability to accept or reject whatever it is you say. And guess what? Y'all can still be friends and you might get what you was looking for anyway. Don't lie. Don't come in lying. This is why we as a people are where we are right now, continuously non-trusting, not being able to deal with one another, because we coming in lying. Again, Even in business, from every perspective, this is how we deal with each other. Oh, that ain't nothing. What this nigga gonna do? What this broad gonna do? They can just, I mean, I'm not gonna give them my all. Don't be in it then. Don't be a part of it. Don't come into somebody's life. Understand, I mean, we have lost the value of a thing. We have lost the value of self to the degrees to where a life is nothing. You really dealing with people's lives and relationships like a street nigga, like a gangster. Like you gonna kill him or kill her because you are destroying. We keep passing. They say hurt people hurt people. What we doing is passing off hurt to this next person. And then we jump in that club. Hey, what's up, El Raina? And then we jump off into the next relationship and pass off the hurt to the next person. And wonder why she talking about ain't no good men and why he talking about don't trust these HOEs. It's because this is what we passing off and then we lying to one another. Man, guess what? Sisters, I continuously talk about the upliftment and the upbuilding of you all, right? To the degrees to where this is what I tell you. Look up the Hanger Gardens. Look up Victoria. Look up like different countries. I'm talking about countries. I'm talking about looking at some of the what they consider to be the 7 wonders of the world. They have been built for the love of one of you. Some of these countries have been destroyed for the love of just one of you. So when you get back and understand the value of yourself, guess what I'm telling you a dude to do? He'll build a nation for you. He'll build a kingdom for you. If needed and necessary, he'll tear one down about you. So when you step up, guess what you're going to make this man do? You're going to make him do what is necessary to be a part of your life. So that's why I talk to y'all like I talk to y'all. This ain't game. This real life. This chess. Make you, ain't no good man, be that good woman. And watch this dude step up. And don't get to the degrees where you could be so lonely that you accept and settle for somebody that ain't worth you and your time. Paying the heartache that they're about to bring you. You understand what I'm saying? Same demonstration with you, brother. Misunderstand this. My chapter 7 is about relationships in my book. And I did a video about it. It's called The Value of the Woman from a Real Man's Perspective. And I want you to understand that when you look at the import of her, brother, when you look at the import of her, the value of her, she phenomenal. But how important are you? If you were made in his image, but she was made from your rib. Do you look at her like that? Do you protect your rib? You protect your heart, right? You protect your rib. You protect everything on your body. Do you protect her like that? Do you treat her like that? And do you value yourself as you should value her? That's something that you should protect. Do you treat yourself like that? So this westernized society thought process that we have gone to where, man, sow your royal oats is a lie. And I'm going to keep it just like real with you like I did with her. If all you want is some sex, man, say that. Don't go in a relationship lying to her about you going to wife her and this is what you want. And really all you're looking for is her credit score. You trying to see if it feel like it look in them jeans or that dress or them leggings. Keep it real. Guess what? You might get it anyway because y'all consenting and adults. And if that's what y'all agree to, that's what y'all agree to. You ain't got to come in the game lying. See, the situation with me is I'm a helpful brother. I'm a gentleman. If I can assist you, I'm going to assist you. And some sisters come in the game and you lose everything you can get from me by trying to play me cheap. Like you trying to play me like a trick. Like I'm going to trick this nigga out of this. What you did is just lost everything that you could have got because I'm seeing through you. Brother, guess what? That's how some sisters see you. You done told this girl's credit up. You done did all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Or you didn't get really much of anything that you could have gotten because guess she saw through you. And now you lost it all. You lost a good woman. And you still in a terrible situation that you was in from the beginning when you had, guess what? You had a Diana. That's the type of queen you had. You had the type of queen that was gonna come through the gate, or a Candace. Say that. You know what I'm saying? You had one that was really gonna pull you up from your bootstraps and put you on some the super Tims. You know what I'm saying? Put you on something that was real slick, them Ralphs. But you messed it because you messed it up because you was lying. And at the same time, don't just look at the financial demonstration, man. Don't just look at the sex. Guess what you look at? There's a human being. Heart, mind, brain, emotions. Man or female, with children. Parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, uncles, aunts. You see what I'm saying? So you don't go into a relationship, man, destroying somebody's family. When somebody do something to you, man, they do it they don't just do it to you, they do it to everybody that loves you, because guess what you do? You display what you feeling to everybody. I've seen sisters mad at that dude when they son call them, they be like, what? What you want? Mad at done cuss the baby out. Salty at the baby because you mad at the daddy. I seen us do the same thing on the emotional side of demonstrations. You act just like your mom. I can't wait till she come get you. You make me sick. Because he wanted a cheeseburger or, a toy with his Happy Meal. So again, man, I'm ready to end this right here. I've been on for a long time. And this show is about truth. It's about how painful truth is, because we have become so complacent with what we are that when the truth is presented to you, when the truth is presented, I'm not saying you, when the truth is presented to us, when we are confronted with the truth, we become angry and emotional to degrees to where we don't want to accept it and embrace it to be better us, to be a better everything and that is in our cipher. Everything that's in it, everybody that's dealing with us becomes better when you become better, because this is what you pass off and pass on. Do you become angry in these situations? How you doing, Latanya? Charlotte Crenshaw, I was talking about you earlier too. Truth is sharper than any two-edged sword, dividing the bone from the marrow. Truth, every time, in most situations, is actually painful, because it forces us to realize that something that we have been doing, that we are common with, we are cool with, we are comfortable with, we are complacent with, is actually incorrect. And that truth forces us to look at that. And oftentimes, either remain to do it incorrectly, or to change it and to become better. No, you ain't do nothing, Charlotte. I was just talking about you. I mentioned your name, a piece that I did for you. That piece where I did about the kids was called Indirectly, how we as fathers or children, or fathers actually, we try to become the best father we know how, in the absence of a father actually being there. So we do things incorrectly. Like I did everything that I could for my children. They had water beds. I was buying them water beds. I went the day that I caught 165 years to life facing it. I went to go get them water beds as babies. They just came out. So we can have the right intent, but we can use the wrong method. So that's what I was talking about, that piece I did for you. But yeah, and again, we need to learn the definitions of the things that it is that we profess to be. We need to learn the definitions of the things that we say that we are. Learn these rules and regulations, and before we start professing to be, before we say we are, before we try to make this applicable in our lives. And until we do this, we're going to continuously have the same situations and go through the same mistakes in our lives. And then guess what? You, they, him, her. We going to continuously blame somebody else for not following the rules and regulations and not having a correct definition of what it is that we say we are. Look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I think I've been on for a long time. I don't know how I just started talking and it come out like this. But hey, I want to thank you all for joining. Thank you. Agape.